Okay, you guys, how y'all doing? I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. I'm here with another segment of Giovanni's Reaction Channel, and I just wanted to bring a little bit of confirmation in reference to Lamar Jackson and how much hatred this guy is getting. Yes, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I live in Owens Mills, and so at the end of the day, I am a Baltimore native. So I have noticed, and this through my colleagues, and how crazy it is as it relates to people in certain districts that do not have love for Baltimore. Baltimore is that type of city, and it has a stigma that is like we the crevices of the bottom of the totem pole when it comes down to it for whatever reason. And so certain things is not handed to us. If you look at our schedule with the Baltimore Ravens, we had the most difficult schedule ever. And you know what happens in that situation? We wind up playing extremely hard and coming out not just having an average season, but being the number one team in the NFL. We're having a phenomenal season. And it was one of those things to where when it gets to that point, then certain types of politics comes along in play because obvious when it comes down to Lamar Jackson, a lot of people don't necessarily would like him to be pretty much the face of the league. And I hate to use the race card, like I said in my last video, but you can clearly see certain things that's going on. Just like in social media with Stephen A. Smith, and he was saying when they was playing, I believe it was playing the Jets, and clearly the Jets was definitely dominant, as well as the Bills, as well as the Patriots, as well as the Seahawks, as well as the 49ers and a plethora of different teams that we've played in our conference. Not taken away from Tom Brady and the Patriots. But if you look at their schedule and you look at ours, and it's clear that the Patriots are having a difficult time this season, and they look like they may struggle in the playoffs. We have a number one seed, being the number one seed, and now we actually have home court advantage for the first time in our history. Now you can clearly see that we definitely is a force to be reckoned with. And you can look at some of our 12-player Pro Bowlers, as well as our secondary in the last game we played with the Steelers. We put our secondary in and we still dominated. Our team is definitely top of the line. And then I was looking at some of the broadcasters when they was doing the interviews of some of our defensive coaches and our offensive coaches. And you notice that they did something and I read between the lines. They kept asking, "Hey, would you take on a a role in like a head coaching job somewhere else?" Like it was asking the defensive coordinator, then it was asking the offensive coordinator. Now this is crazy to me because you can clearly see they're trying to break up the team. They're trying to do whatever it takes to break up the nucleus because this team is so dominant that they got to do anything possible to come in. Hopefully that one of our offensive and defensive coordinators will actually bite the bait so it can be able to break up this team because they don't want nothing to be a dynasty to where it's though it's a consecutive, continual, literally something to where we can have about 2 or 3 or 4 Super Bowls. They don't want that. So they do everything possible because they really don't want us to be, that even if we win this Super Bowl, which I believe we're going to win, they're going to try to break this team up somehow or another. And for what it's worth, I just hope that when your boy Lamar Jackson gets this big contract, that he will actually do the Tom Brady method, also with the Peyton Manning, and if you look at basketball, Dirk Nowitzki, those type of players where they have sacrificed, and Michael Jordan sacrificed to keep the nucleus, and they took a pay cut because they was getting endorsement deals, so they didn't have to need the total contract as far as funding from that contract is concerned, because they're getting endorsements deals so that they can be able to leave space for the rest of the team so they can be able to keep them on the team, and things of that nature, just by using a little bit of budgeting and things of that nature, which would make sense. It would actually make sense. It's like playing chess. So hopefully Lamar will actually, take on the type of concept to keep his team together and keep that same type of frequency and that complimentary, you know what I mean, that energy, by not taking on that big contract like your boy Flacco and what he did. Flacco, as soon as we won that Super Bowl, Flacco the next year took on this, I think it was $100 million contract, and our whole defensive line was changed. They got rid of everybody. And it was sad. They got rid of everybody, and it was sad. And we couldn't even do a repeat because our whole team looked totally different the next year. So hopefully, the staff will stay together this year and do something very, very special. Obvious, we're dominating. Obvious, we're the best team. Obvious, we got the best quarterback in history in Lamar Jackson. Contrary to popular belief, there's no one that can do it like him. And if any of those pocket passers wish they had the athleticism and wish that they had the type of additional things added onto their game, I know I would. If I was nothing but if I was looking at this from a basketball standpoint, and if all I could do was just shoot, and I couldn't go in and dunk the ball, then I'm just a shooter. I'm just a one-dimensional, or I'm just sticking to what my strengths is. We have a type of guy that is able to dominate in a couple different fashions. Y'all thought that the throwing aspect was something that he just learned. He been had. If you look at his track record in college in Louisville, the guy in Louisville, he was still throwing footballs. He was still throwing it down the field. It's the fact that he got better. It was the fact that now he's more polished and he got the jitters out. Think about it. You playing in the NFL for the first time, and he's having success. He's been having ever since high school. He's been having success ever since high school. He's been winning. And when he got into the college aspect, he started to learn how to read plays and be able to learn offensive and defensive schemes, things of that nature, and learn the whole thing and the whole ideal when it comes down to it. So now that he's going to the NFL, now he's learned and he's picked up and he's a fast learner. The guy's IQ is off the chain. So anybody who's saying anything otherwise, that he's not intelligent, he's not smart enough, he'll catch on later. Trust me, he's catching on even faster than the Tom Brady's. Look at what Tom Brady, when he first came into the league, and how he was being benched. And a lot of the other, Drew Brees, all those guys, they didn't catch on right then and there. They wasn't thrown into the fire like this guy was. So come on, you guys. Give us our credit. Give us our love. Give us our respect, because we deserve it. We earn it. We are dominant. And there's just nothing that nobody can do about it. And people doing whatever they can do to take away to take away everything from us or to separate us any way possible. But guess what? As long as we stick together, we're going to have success. All right, talk to you guys later. Hey, you guys, subscribe to my channel. Y'all know what time it is. Push that button. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.